We are at the 30A Songwriters Festival in South Walton, Florida, for the 2025 edition. It's such a great thing bringing songwriters together from all over the country for this long weekend, basically. And we are here with Randall Bramblett for WMOT Roots Radio.
My pleasure to be here. I haven't been to 30A in a few years, so
oh, cool.
This is good to be back.
Absolutely. You're a road warrior about it too, man. You just drove?
Getting too old for this.
Oh, now.
Yeah, we played in Atlanta last night with the big band, horns and everything, so it was a lot of energy last night. So now I gear down to the smallest world that I know, just me and a guitar or me and a piano.
Wow.
Yeah, it feels good, both of them.
I dig that.
Both of them feel good.
Yeah, I mean, it's all an exercise and color and...
Yeah, intimacy.
Yeah.
One's about power and funkiness and, it's just the energy, and the other one's about intimacy.
Well, and I love the communal nature of, a band communication and the magic that happens when everybody's in it and in present time.
I know.
You never
it's
know.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful
so great,
thing.
You know?
It is magic.
Yeah. There's so many bands you've played with over the years. It's such a who's who.
The years have gone by.
Same for me. And I've played your music in all kinds of different configurations on the air through the years.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been around a long time.
That's good.
I started out, first big thing I played in, I guess, was Greg Allman's first 2 solo tours. And I was kind of like the horn section director, and I played with Cowboy, who was opening for Greg. But it was like Country Boy Comes to Town, we played Carnegie Hall, and I'm like, wow. I was just a youngster. But that was my first foray into national touring stuff.
And that was Capricorn.
Yeah, Capricorn.
Yeah.
I played with Sea Level after that.
Yeah.
And we toured all over, too.
There's so much music that's come out of Georgia, you know, and really like to go to Athens or to go to Macon, it still echoes. You still feel it.
I know it. It's still alive, especially in Athens and, well, both of them, Macon too, but Athens has just got this, that's where I live. And it's got this, it's a freedom and an energy to experiment, and it's got venues that will let you play whatever you want. That's why I moved there in the first place, because I started writing at about the time I moved to Athens, right before I moved to Athens. And I had a writing partner down there, Davis Cosby. We played together forever, and we started writing, and then we could play the songs in a venue. We didn't have to do copy music, So that was a dream come true.
It's such a wonderful thing,
I know.
And having an audience to support.
That's right.
Because that's really, the ecology of it. You have to have all those pieces, people that want to come see you.
It's the same today, trying to find audiences that will listen to original music. Maybe they never heard of it. Maybe they never heard of you, but they come out.
Love that.
We hope they come out anyway.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, I have to say, we see it every day, playing artists that then when they come to town are playing, and there's people that go to see them in Nashville, and then we watch them go from smaller to bigger venues until they're selling the Ryman out. And, it's just wonderful to watch, having, again, the, impetus, the pathway, and, watching people walk it. Does my heart good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Last night we were playing at this, believe it or not, it's like a Jewish high school, and they have a great new music venue in it. And the guy that promotes us in that area said, why don't you guys come here and play, but you need to talk to the class, the music class, too.
Oh, cool.
And it was so great, these kids. They want to be engineers, they want to be musicians, they want to, they all have different goals, but it was just beautiful to talk with them and let them. They ask us, how did we start? What did we do to get going? And what does it take, to stay in the music business? And I'm like, don't try it.
It's a little different now.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know if it's harder or easier.
Oh, it's way
know.
harder, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's harder to make a living,
Yeah.
you
But you can't sell any, records very much.
Well, but it's touring,
Unless you're a big artist.
It's about merch when you're touring, and
Yep.
it's not necessarily about record sales any longer, which really is difficult. The Spotify payment is,
I know. Zip.
heartbreaking.
But we tell them, look, you got to love it. You got to be dedicated. It's like you got to do it if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Don't be disappointed. Keep your expectations low,
Well, and if you can figure out a way to, have it be this soul-satisfying path of making music that you have to make, that you love, and getting it out there and finding an audience it resonates with and growing the audience. But that's a lot of work.
It's a lot
but you can
to
do
get
it.
over that first hump where you have some audiences to play to.
But then there's other people that are, going on TikTok and having a lick of music, and all of a sudden they're selling out the rhyme, and also, just because there's thousands, millions.
To Wi-Fi. Thanks to the internet, we can do that.
Yeah, it's true. So, there's some upside, there's some downside. You have a brand new record.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Paradise Breakdown.
I'm happy about this record.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It fits together well. We did part of it up in Nashville because I love Tom Bukovac, and I just wanted to use him. And he called in a bass player friend of his, Steve Mackey, and then some of my band came and joined. So Tom is just an incredible creative person.
We're hearing his name more and more.
Oh, yeah. Well, he played on Bright Spots of Mine, a whole record, back in it's been 10 years ago, I guess. But I've been wanting him to play on another one and kind of lead the way, and we did that. So it came out beautifully.
And this was a really poignant message, this record. You want to talk about kind of how it got framed?
Well, truthfully, I just pick the best songs that I have and try to see which ones work together and don't fight with each other, and see if there's like 8 or 9 or 10 songs that love each other and flow together. And because there's not a big message, one message in the same, but there's a lot of themes in it for sure. Like, mortality, getting toward the end of days here, and how much time is left, and, people dying, friends die. A lot of friends died last year. And the beauty of it all, and the magic of it all.
It's great that you can translate all that into song and have it touch us.
It is. Sometimes I get lucky.
You get lucky a lot.
It takes me a long time to write a song, I'll tell you that.
Well, I'm sure. But, then I was sitting with Bettye LaVette last year, and she was talking about doing an album of all of your songs.
I know.
It was 11 songs of yours.
She got obsessed with those songs because she said, it's like I wrote these songs. They're just my songs. I want to sing them. And the way that happened is we played at the Ram's Head up in Annapolis on the same bill, and I opened and she did her thing, and then afterwards we exchanged CDs, and I figured that's the end of that. I didn't even think about it, and then I got a phone call like, man, I need to cut this song because it must be about my sister. It was one about where life goes, and so she said, I said, go for it, that's great. And then a few days later, she's like, I want to do a whole record of your music. So she's a character. I love her. She's really something.
Yeah, she's definitely a
She just connected
plug.
with this music. I mean, all kinds. Even a country song I wrote, she did.
Yeah.
Like In the Meantime.
I find that songs can transcend whatever genre they might have been crafted in to begin with and turn into other things.
That's right.
Quite easily, especially if they're really well written. It's cadence and, just different treatments.
How you relate to them and what it brings out.
Yeah.
And she wanted to do the whole thing. And she got away with it.
She was really excited about it.
Nobody told her no.
Yeah, she was super excited about doing your songs. And I have heard that through the years, So.
And she got Grammy nominated on
Yeah,
this.
even. Very sweet.
I called her before the Grammys and like, man, good luck. I hope you, she said, well, it's like my mama said, close shooting don't kill no birds. She said, I've been nominated many times. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm sorry you're hurting.
It's okay.
So yeah, she's had such an interesting life too, you know, of like almost getting there.
I know. Almost there.
You know, but again, it's about keeping going. It's about like, okay, what do I do next? And if you have to be in it, you know, like you will figure out a way.
And she is in it too. She puts everything into it. And she plays great gigs. Like she plays Carnegie Hall and stuff in New York. She lives up there, so she has a lot of great gigs. Goes to Europe. I don't see how she does it. But anyway, I'm happy she does.
So are you touring some or
it's just
sporadic?
Weekends mostly, you know.
Which is
we went
great.
to Florida, down to Tampa, and Safety Harbor, and St. Augustine last weekend.
Oh, nice.
So we just do what our agent says to do.
Yeah, hello.
You're going to
Hello, Coast.
blah blah tomorrow. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I still love playing with my guys, and we've been together forever. And they're all great musicians, and they know how to serve a song, you know. It's not about ego, it's about serving the song. What does this song need? You know, and I love that.
It's a really sweet thing to watch when you're in the audience and you're just watching a band catch fire with one another. And that you know, non-verbal communication, the spark of ideas and the being in it together is a beautiful thing. It's ballet.
Yeah, it is beautiful. And I think that's why I keep doing it. And
Why
to get
not?
to play the songs, but I wouldn't want to just play them with anybody.
Well, I mean, if you have a
Only
great
these
band,
guys.
right? Why wouldn't you? So, what are you going to play for us first? Solo, but we're so happy you're
Oh,
here.
yeah. I am going to play I Don't Care, which Jason Slatton and I wrote years ago. I think it's on the Thin Places record. It's a great song about just nothing can hurt me anymore. I'm down at the bottom. The wind blows through me now, so I don't care. And it's kind of a resignation song, which feels good, really.
Randall
Like the
Bramblett
wind.
for WMOT. Used to rule the world. Randall Bramblett is our guest here at the 38th Songwriters Festival for WMOT Roots Radio. You write so beautifully.
Thank you.
Does it take you a long time to craft a song?
Yeah, usually, almost always. Because I've got a basement studio. I may have some scraps of paper that I've, put in my little notebook that I sort of do readings and meditation in the morning. And take them down to the studio when I'm in writing mode and just fool around until something hits me, And then that's the process that triggers, oh yeah, this is about this and this is about... I don't usually have a complete song. That song on this record, Throw My Cane Away, though, is a true story that a friend of mine who plays bass with a group, when I was playing with Steve Winwood, they opened for us. And anyway, he told me, he's from New Orleans, and he was friends with Dr. John. He told me that story, like they ran into each other after they'd gotten clean and sober. And in New York, just by accident, coming down the street. And my friend said, "Hey, Mac, how you doing? It's good to see you." And Mac said, "Johnny, I feel so good, I'm going to throw my cane away." It took me about 10 years or more to think, oh, yeah, we can make a song out of that. So the rest of it is pretty true, too.
I love that song.
I do, too. That's
really
one of my
good.
favorite songs I've ever written. It helps to have a true song. Devil Music is a true song, too.
I love that record, Devil Music. We play that as well at MIT.
Yeah.
We play a bunch of your music. Just saying.
Good. I'm so happy. So happy.
And we actually have Steve Winwood's daughter, Lily, coming
Oh, yeah.
as part of these sessions. And we
How's
have
she
Devin Allman coming on Sunday,
Really?
too, yeah. So, it's
in the
great
blood.
having the
It's in the blood.
generations.
It's a family affair.
It's so cool. You want to talk about what it was like in Macon back in the 70s And, as Southern rock was being born and with Sea Level taking it a little jazzy, expanding the horizon.
Yeah, I mean, it was really the hot spot of recording. I mean, Atlanta had some studios and had some stuff going, but Macon had the Southern rock thing with the Allman Brothers and Marshall Tucker and all that stuff. And so it was exciting back then. I didn't live there very long. I just go down and play or meet other bands to play. And I lived in Athens almost all the time. But, it was on fire there. Everything recorded at Capricorn Studios. You go in and it's like, oh, this is where the Allman Brothers cut, blah, blah, blah. All these great songs. So it had a magic to it, A lot of excess, a lot of craziness.
Came with that era.
Yeah, it came with a decade of the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
But later, after Capricorn folded, several years later, Phil Walden started a new version of Capricorn, and he signed me on my first solo record in a long, long time. And that got me back making records again. Bless his heart.
Was such a visionary.
Yeah, I know.
I love those kind of people that live it, and make things happen for other people. And, there's some real heroes at record labels. Yeah. Actually, George Fontaine being one of them.
That's right. George, who owns, his group owns New West and the label I'm with now. Mm-hmm. And, he's been a big supporter of mine and a lot of other groups that would never have gotten heard, He's the greatest.
Love it so much. Well, I love that you have done a new record. And
Paradise Breakdown.
I know. I love the title.
It came to me in the middle of the night. I was searching and searching for months for a title. And it's like, oh, that's it. And the photo was so good with that. That's actually, it turns out, I didn't even know this, but it turns out that photo, we found it on the internet and called the guy who lives in Brooklyn. And it turns out that photo was taken of Six Flags in New Orleans. Just the irony of all that. But it never got up and running because Katrina blew it away. So that was what was left of that chair ride,
Oh my
just
goodness.
Destroyed. It was like a symbol of great happiness and joy and fun, broken down.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. So that's the kind of thing I like.
Yeah. It's kind of like, okay, this is divine.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, there it is.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming and hanging
Thank you
with
for
us
having
today.
me.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great time down here.
Thank you. You too.
I'm going to try to hear music.
Yeah.
As much as I can.
Play some too.
Oh, yeah. I'm headed off to play somewhere right now.
I know. Where am I supposed to be?
God, I don't know.
Where are my credentials?
I'll look it up. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Randall Bramblett joining us at the 30A Songwriters Festival for WMOT.